And we have swapped the colors because D3rp is the host. Let's leave it like that because now it at least will show me which player is which in the drop down correctly. So Ganji in the red, taking on D3rp in the blue. And as we had seen already, we have custom civilizations, and this time Ganji going with United Mesos, where we can take a look at the tech tree again in the Dark Age. Free mining camp upgrades, monastery techs are cheaper, so lots of gold income. The Italians bonus of cheaper age advancements. The Eagle line upgrades are free, barracks units +1 pierce armor per age, so the Eagles will have extra pierce armor. Then extra monk hit points. The Inquisition technology, so that monks convert faster. Additional heal speed, and then I don't know how this will be useful, but a Custier and then eventually artillery for bombard cannons if that's needed. Versus D3rp, who has gone with his Burr civilization, referring to the noise his archers are going to make. Because he's basically stacked all of the archer upgrades of free fletching, bodkin, and bracer. Foot archers +1 range, that's the Britons bonus. Fire faster, so the Ethiopians bonus. Extra HP for the Vietnamese bonus. And decreased cost for the mines bonus. And then the Chuko Nu is the unique unit. Commanderin then is the Persian tech that makes the archer line cost only wood. And then rocketry, extra attack for the Chuko Nus. And then the Saracens team bonus of extra attack versus buildings. Arrows will blot out the sun. So I think the real question of this game will be how many arrows can the Chuko Nus shoot, and can they shoot enough to overcome extra pierce armored eagle warriors? And oh, we see D3rp holding the gate open with the sheep to push the deer in. That deer is running a crazy long path. Look at it go. Get all the way over there. That was far. Chuko Nu already true up rams. Well, that's because the rams have the... Well, I think that they actually have a specific bonus against rams. They don't specifically have a bonus against eagles. The extra arrows will do, I think, 1 damage each to eagles, whereas against rams, I think they have a bonus that they actually do actual damage to them. That's why Kipchaks also are effective against rams, because they have Chuko Nu arrows as their secondary projectiles. Anyway, nice deer pushes here from D3rp as we look at the maps this time. This time it's D3rp who has all of his golds on one side. Stone there too. 1 stone to the north. As I was saying, on Hideout, actually, he has a very easy wall. If he just walls that, then this entire part of the map is safe from that side. But it can be risky having all of your resources on one side, because then your opponent can pressure that side. Ganji's map is more split up. He has a few on the bottom and a few on the top. Rams have -3 melee armor, and Chuko Nu has 1 melee damage. Yeah, that's how it works out. I think I forget if there's an extra damage against rams specifically too. But the key to the Chuko Nus is their secondary arrows actually do damage to the rams. Whatever the mechanism is that causes it. But if you do get Chuko Nus in good numbers, they can even eat up Huskarls, so maybe they'll be good against eagles as well. I remember I had checked that at one point, but I now forget what I had checked. Okay, so Ganji deleting walls and then also still using the gate. I guess the map is spawned so that the golds and the stones both are towards the outside of the base for both players. Anyway, that was a beautiful deer push from Ganji there. So he'll move out on 1 lumber camp. And as we saw in the last game, he will be... Oh, or maybe not. He did have that 23 pop build. He's repairing his palisade, going to the gold now. Have 0 melee damage, so 3 against rams. Oh, Ganji not doing the same build he did last game. Not going to click up on 23 population. Instead, he's going to stay here just a bit longer. And looks like, well, he has 26 pop worth of vills queued now. Oh, there you go. Canceling the vills, and he'll be up on 24 population. And his eco bonus hopefully did kick in, and he did have the cheaper up. Meanwhile, D3rp's still going to do the same thing. Looks like 26, 27 pop up. They'll be ever so slightly slower. He'll be putting 3 on gold. No loom, but still 3 on gold, it looks like. A bit curious, but definitely will work if you want to go archers. Oh, we just love the villager panel there. So 23 pop, or 27 pop versus 24 pop. 26 versus 23 villagers. And there's the barracks. I suppose you could consider going for a market and an archery range, since you won't need the blacksmiths, because D3rp gets the fletching line upgrades for free. As part of his archers go burr civilization.
Hey, sir.
But Ganji will be up first. And... oh, wait, he has a scout this time. Nope, I guess he doesn't have an eagle. D3rp, okay. The last game when they forgot to turn the mod on, Ganji had an eagle warrior. This game, he just has a scout. Can you choose the starting scout? I don't think so. Or from what I heard, is if you disable everything at the stable, you get the eagle. But Ganji has not done that. He does still have stable units. D3rp, not opting for the market, will do range and blacksmith. So what happened there was, in a repeat of last game, D3rp knew that Ganji would be up first, but he was not worried about that because the Eagles does not get a speed boost in the Feudal Age like the Scout does. So D3rp was just out scouting around, minding his own business. But then Ganji's Scout gets both a speed boost and an attack boost, so once it saw D3rp's Scout, he could move to engage, knowing that he was up faster, and he just killed the Scout.
Hey, sir.
Anyway, he made one spearman, and he'll be using that spear to scout for now.
Yeah.
I'll have a few more archers coming out of that range. And there's the eagle. Eagle coming out of the barracks. You just can't catch a break. So D3rp's other unit will be caught there. That armor on the eagle now starting to grow. 3+2. And these archers need to start going burr if they want to keep that spear alive. But they're going to be doing 1 damage to that eagle. And that's not going to do much as a deterrent there. Instead, D3rp's going to double down on the archery ranges and try to add in some more archers. It is kind of interesting how just adding in only the pierce armor for eagles kind of counters all archer units. Scout still running about. And forward siege workshop from Ganji. I suspect we'll see... oh, we're not seeing eagles. He's going pure for monks. Okay, well, if there's something that will be killable by these crossbows, it will be monks. It will not be eagles, though. He will be doing only 1 damage to these 6 Pierce Armored Eagles. Oh, wow, that is a lot of Pierce Armor. And looking at the tech tree, I think D3rp's only hope in this matchup would have been for that castle and the Chuko News. Yeah, only 1 damage if they hit. Here comes the Mangonel. Remember, Chuko News, they don't like fighting Mangonels, but at least they can kill them. Mangonel's gonna come forward. They'll get healed up. And still no ballistics. Meanwhile, in Ganji's base, he's just going full on for the monks. Remember, plus 5 HP for per monastery upgrade. He had free gold mining upgrades. What was the bonus? Mining camp technology is free. Yep, so he'll have lots of gold for pumping out those monks. And he's going out to that other gold as well. I wonder if you could have just done the Turks bonus instead and researched the mining camp upgrades just to get them even faster at mining. Actually, no, I imagine you have the potential for more gold mining with that. Oh, here come the Mangonels getting through the palisades. D3rp really wants to go Burr. And he is going Burr against the monks. Does get 2 units converted though. And here come 3 Mangonels. And this is a very tough monk push and no real defense here from D3rp, although the archers doing a decent job. The eagles don't have that much HP. And still needs to avoid the Mangonels. Probably could also do with deleting some wall to give the crossbows more room to micro. The Vills have to run away. They will be able to run down there for some more gold. And now he'll be in a bit of a pickle, as that archery range is going to go down, and the monk's going to continue pushing in. Britain, Ethiopian, Mayan, and Vietnamese, correct. Well, there's the university. Imagine we would see... We're seeing 2 more ranges. Garrison the TC to break the conversions. Oh, and that's what he did there. Dying under the Mangonels. That is a lot of Mangonels. Yeah, amazing how all those archer bonus are negated by 1 bonus Eagles with Pierce Armor. Eagles with Pierce Armor are very strong. Maybe Eagles need to be more expensive in the CivBuilder point system. And if you look at the Vill count, D3rp still does have that Vill lead. Adding in a market, just there's no way he can fight this off even with the archers going Burr. Does pick off 1 Mangonel there. Has to attack the monks. Only gets 1 conversion there. Loses 1 to the Mangonel, but now 4 Mangonels are in and a repair villager. And those monks have 55 HP. Here come the conversions. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The monks switch graphics at some point. It does kill a lot of monks. Oh, when they heal, they switch graphics. Okay. That's cute. That TC is going to go down, and D3rp is going to be on 0 TCs rather soon. Still microing those crossbows as well as he can. Sending everything to repair. Gets the repair villager, actually. But he has no way of killing the Mangonels. Oh, the problem is he doesn't have Loom. He really needs to get Loom before the TC goes down. But that's not going to happen. This is Vill skewed in front of it. There goes the TC. And in all honesty, there is nothing protecting the Mangonels from Vills. He could try to rush it with them. Oh, he does have his own Mangonel now. He needs to get some very good Mangonel trades there and hope that Ganji doesn't have redemption. Most of the monks have been cleared, but it's 1 Mangonel versus 5. Oh, he just didn't research it until the TC got destroyed. Well, he does trade 1 for 1. It'll help reduce that mangonel pressure for now, but it's still 5 mangonels. And the crossbow is still being produced. Kill counts, despite not having a TC, are still pretty even. There is a stable. Probably use some light cav. Yeah, there go the scouts. And another forward monastery being constructed by Ganji. Those loomless vills being sent in to fight the mangonels. They're trying to dodge, but Ganji gets some attack rounds. And see, did Ganji even have a siege bonus, or is that just... No, that's just his mining camp upgrades bonus. No loom in tech tree could be insane if you're doing an arena civ. Oh, the splits. Micro. I mean, this is some pretty good crossbow micro so far from D3rp. Finally taking a couple shots. But the villagers are there. They're getting in on the mangonels. And there's the GG. Yeah, I do think the defensive castle into Chuko News might have been the only viable play for him there. But well played also from Ganji, using both of his civilization bonus choices. If you look at that military, 8 conversions and 56 to 27 kills. Anyway, we'll have D3rp in the blue as 6 civ. This counts as population, so he doesn't need 2 houses, but it'll throw both of them down. Oh, wow. We have a water-ish map. Did they play... What is the victory? They play on Conquest? I see the victory. Ganji picked the wrong civ. But it was my fault. Oh, no. Kind of works out, I think. Ganji, you picked the wrong civ.
Start the game already!
I think you're just gonna have to play it then. Oh, we see players pausing and unpausing. Anyway, extra food on the fruit bushes, extra stone on the stones, huge gold mine, some decent food on the elephants, less so on the pigs, a bit more food than normal on the deer, so Ganji will go ahead and push those in. And meanwhile, D3rp already bringing in an elephant. Set in fairly cleanly. Ooh, 1210 gold on those gold mines. That is a lot of gold. Lots of extra resources over here. That corner for Ganji, whereas D3rp's are more far out towards the shallows. Oh, wait, is this... Oh, they do have a passage. Okay. So the players have a passage directly between each other with mangrove shallows but no fish. And then there is a lake at the top that is completely walled in by... Maybe there's a 1-tile gap there. But there's a 1-tile wide layer of trees that surround this upper lake, which itself has 3 relics, and cuts that off from the players.
Kid?
I have no idea what they're going to do on this map, but anyway, the scout is pushing in some deer. Then the deer runs away. Oh, deer, get under the TC. Oh, that's a... Oh, I was going to say that was a beautiful position, but he waited and it ran away. Anyway, let's take a look at what these civs are. A 6 civ is an infantry civ. Fire ships attack faster, probably useful if they have to go to that water. Plus 400 food upon advancing to the castle age. Eagles plus 1 pierce armor. Economic upgrades no wood, eagle line upgrades free. So this will be a big eagle warrior push. And even has extra armor for the eagles. And Kandi. Let's take a look at this one more time. Here, it has hand cannoneers too, but no arbs. Full blacksmith, no heavy scorpions, limited stable, just hussars and knights. Meanwhile, the steppe nomads for Ganji are like cav hussars and steppe lancers, extra HP. Steppe lancers attack faster, 2 more pierce armor, start with extra wood, and do not need houses. So in total, that's plus 50 wood. And then villagers are cheaper, like the Indians bonus. And in all honesty, I think that's actually a pretty good civ for him to have against the 6 civ. We do have halbs and full upgrades on them, but no specific halb bonus. And the extra strong cavalry should be a pretty good counter to the eagles if the only upgrades on the eagles are the pierce armor. See loom just finishing for D3rp there. Gonna add in an extra vill behind that loom. No loom yet for Ganji, so he will have that 1 vill lead for a bit. But there you are, both players finally getting both their elephants, but that late elephant could be a bit painful for D3rp, as it will prevent him from cooking up in time, because he's a bit short on food. Ganji's already in a position to go up. He'll be full walling himself, filling in that hole at some point, I believe. Bit of walling there, and he has a good potato shape around his base. Scout being doinked ever so slightly by the TC fire there.
See?
And still no loom. Ganji just adding in lots of vills. Scout's gonna turn around though. I was gonna say that loomless vill would have to be very careful of a feudal age scout soon. Well, looks like the scout's turning around. We check the player's scouting. See, D3rp has a fairly good idea of what the map looks like. And Ganji... Oh wait, no, this is Ganji scouting. He has a fairly good idea of what the map looks like. Whereas D3rp, kind of similar. Oh, he's sending vills forward. Okay.
Monday?
Well, D3rp is almost up to feudal. And wants to keep the wall open, but no. Not going to reveal the vills now. Instead, what's he going to do?
Kid?
He's gonna stand him there. There's a barracks at home, making an eagle. I wonder if you could stack the Aztecs bonus and the Goths bonus to have actually useful eagles in the feudal age. The faster, like the double faster working barracks is. That might be something to try out at some point in a team game. Anyway, forward archery range. He wants to get through those walls. Archer's coming out. This archer won't go burr like the ones did last time. The Ganji still hasn't scouted that. There we are. Ganji bringing his scout back inside of his base. Does not want to lose that to D3rpina's scout while D3rpina is up. There goes the tower. Extra walls coming in at the back from Ganji to defend from that. And the archer is going forward to shoot at the walling vill. Ganji is spam right-clicking that villager. Finally gets that palisade up. But an eagle a scout and an archer walk into a wall.
See?
They're going to try to batter their way through. The tower will stop walling behind that from coming in from Ganji. And D3rp's going to be through that wall fairly quickly. Ganji's going to have to resort to some further back walls. Score, it is 1-0 in favor of Ganji. Ganji's up to feudal and puts in a tower to stop. I feel like that tower might have needed to be, yeah, I guess that's this far over, like there maybe, to stop pushing through outside of that lumber camp. But this is good enough at least to defend the farms and the berries. The archers will have to run away. Take one volley of arrows there. D3rp actually gets that walled in. Now it's stonewall time for Ganji. One thing he really needs is just to continue walling his base until he gets to the castle age. But the Eagle's going to try to run in. They do have 3 pierce armor, so they only take 2 damage from that TC without fletching. And they get to the back. Could potentially take out that scout. But with that village... with the villagers there. The point here of having the Eagle in the base is 1 to scout, but 2 also to prevent more walls from coming up in the back from Ganji. Could potentially pick off a vill there. And there, Ganji's going with the blacksmith. They'll be getting a house or a stone wall there. Eagle's trying to take another fight with the scout. I'd like to fight as much as possible while in feudal. D3rp's just about to get in. Could potentially tower hop between the blacksmith and the market. Need to bring his vills over for that. The vills actually are heading back though. Let's see, scale barding coming in for Ganji. Still nothing being made from the stable, but Step Lance is being queued as soon as he gets up. And D3rp going to just run away with the archers, doing a bit of damage. Being kind of annoying with that 1 tower, but overall not really accomplishing too much. Ganji with a good defense, walling himself up with the stone walls, getting to castle. D3rp trying to do some scouting. He will at least know what's going on in the back of this base. Sees that lumber camp there. Archer can come over and harass that, as D3rp himself is halfway up to castle. Udiko is not enough for Step Lancer's spam. Let's double check what the bonuses are. Cheaper villagers, that's the only real food bonus. And I guess the... Oh wait, skirmishers, all trash units train 20% faster. I don't think the Step Lancer counts as a trash unit. But that does mean scouts train faster if we go late and we need some Hussar raids. Moderate that real quick. And the archer is trying to find a path around, but not quite going to do it. Yeah, Step Lancer cleaning off the 1 archer that was being annoying behind the wood lines there. That tower is still going to continue shooting at that lumber camp for a while. And Step Lancer is now poking around D3rp at home, but he's got some pointy boys of his own to come out and poke back. Step Lancers feel really good with all of these bonuses. With the extra +2 pierce armor and they attack faster. If Jaguar Warriors come out, they could wreck the pikemen, but with the extra 2 pierce armor, already at 4, get some blacksmith upgrades on them, and they're pretty tanky, I think. Especially if that goes to Imp. Deletes the walls there. And do you want a town center, or do you want step lancers running in? You want a town center. There you go. And they're going to get in through that wall right there. And D3rp now has step lancers in on his gold. Ooh, that is not good for D3rp. Those vills are just going to melt. Pikemen there are not in position. He has to wall here, but there's still a hole. The weird thing is you actually have to wall with houses. He does trap the step lancers, though. Traps them with a couple pikemen, but the pikemen aren't enough to kill them off. Pikemen are forward, but not really accomplishing much while they're there. These step lancers, just look how speedy they are. Watch them run. Stepping quickly across the steppe in the mangrove shallows. So military count, 13 to 17, but Ganji's a lot more mobile. They break walls very quickly if they are stacked. That they do, especially these palisades, and especially if they attack faster. D3rp noticed the scout is low HP and attack it with the vills. He does. And down goes Ganji's scout. So that itself is good for D3rp, but letting those step lancers run in through that wall was not, and they're going to be hacking away at the stuff at the front of his base. Running to the TC with their pierce armor, not really going to care. 15 or 5+1 attack, so the TC will at least be doing 2 damage. That TC needs to go up, and it does. There's a lot of step lancers though. Might be getting close to the numbers where they can take fights against the TCs, and probably could even win fights against pikemen. We have a link to the civs. Yep, type !CivBuilder, and the civs will be at the bottom of the Google Doc there. Anyway, that's a lot of step lancers trying to run in. And a monastery coming up. Monastery... Now, monks could be a potential counter to this, but the numbers are pretty high already. And look at how well they take fights against the pikemen there. D3rp probably needs to wall off that gold with a house. And that's exactly what he does, but he's still open down here. Especially when that tree gets chopped. Oh, he gets a nice wall there, but that's not actually walled off. Can't actually quick wall to save the vill. Oof, and now all the step lancers are going to get on those gold villagers. Has to delete the house. That's a lot of vills that are going to go down. It's now, there's the GG from D3rp, so that's a 2-0 lead for Ganji. Ganji did not intend to pick this civ, as his chat messages at the beginning said, but it worked out for him, as D3rp says. Game indeed. Maybe D3rp should have let him pick a different civ. That worked out very well on this kind of interesting HyperRandom map, but nothing that really affected the game too much. It was mostly just kind of a standard, more open map style play. Ganji goes for some pretty big walls. D3rp tries to break through, but can't really do successfully in time because of the back gold and all these backwoods for Ganji, and D3rp just really didn't have any answers to the step lancers there. Tried to go for some pikemen, but they don't have the mobility, and they also die fairly well to the step lancers, I'd say. And ooh, yeah, look at that KD. Those pikemen did not kill the step lancers at all. I mean, if you micro the step lancers well, you can kind of hit the pikemen and run and not take that many pokes back. Yeah, and that was early feudal time from D3rp. Couldn't really make anything out of it. So they have hopefully remembered to turn the mod on this time, where, as I was going to say before, well, let's look them up. The map is Golden Pit with lots of gold and stone in the middle in a big pit. So you take the pit, but you're vulnerable to being attacked from the outside because the outside will have a hill bonus against you. And what we have here for the civs is not an archer civ, but a town center and villager civ. Town centers fire faster, castles and town centers are built faster, Vills return 25 food on death, move 10% faster, and regenerate HP. Then Hill Forts for extra TC range and Supremacy for villager combat. Outposts cost no stone. Oh, that's actually very nice. But what you might notice about this Civ is D3rp is planning on not advancing to the Imperial Age because he does not have a single Imperial Age technology available to him. Only Supremacy, Trebs, Elite Hussite Wagons, and Spies. And then I guess a Wonder. But I don't think he's planning to advance to Imp. This is the full villager mayhem civilization. Meanwhile, Ganji is playing with the Doomsayers, who are indeed an archer civilization. They have the Britons bonus, the Ethiopians bonus, a new +5 speed per age bonus. They have the Malay bonus of faster advancing, the Vikings bonus of free wheelbarrow and handcart, the Byzantine bonus of free imp. They have the Genbo, Yeoman for extra range, and Rocketry. Chukonu +2. I don't know if that applies to the Genoese crossbowmen, but then also the Saracens bonus. Oh, there you go. You found it, Penguti. Yep, and the civs themselves are listed in that Google Doc that Penguti just found the command to post. This is the most Ganji civ ever. The only thing that he misses is 0-shot delay for expos. Oh, looks like D3rp's doing some laming already. And he has a Vill going forward. Let's see, no wolves in the middle of Golden Pit like there are for Gold Rush. So there's a relic in the middle. Otherwise, there's a relic in the back, kind of for each player. One in the north, a bit closer to Ganji, and one kind of in no man's land in the south. And well, here comes the Vill. Fish Trap Civ for BF. That would be the play, I think. Black Forest is in the map pool, so we might get to that. I think the Black Forest Civ would be the Hoofnisa Civ with artillery that D3rp made. There's the scout. We'll scout the forward Vill. Vill will start laming some deer. And Ganji will send a Vill over to fight, but there's no way he wins the fight against the faster-moving villager that regens HP. Vill's going to get involved in fighting the scout. Here comes another forward Vill. I don't run into the TC. And what you kind of want to do in these situations is get enough HP off of the attacking scout so that it can't block your Vills if they try to run. Because here the faster Vills. Oh, there we are. Just gonna see more Vill fights. These Vills do have to walk a long distance to get there. But that scout for Ganji getting dangerously low on HP. Ganji's just trying to throw up a wall as fast as he can to stop more Vills from coming over. But now he's gonna start. He has a low HP something somewhere. He's just sending all of his Vills. Gets one, but loses the scout. He might get this wall up. But even if he does, I have to question how will he defend it. Remember, every time D3rp loses a Vill, he gets 25 extra food back. So here come the rest of the Vills. He added those walls to try to keep the wall open, I guess, but Ganji can just wall behind that, and he's not. And oh, he doesn't get it up in time. He maybe looked at the foundation and thought he was walled, but he wasn't. And here come more Vills into this Vill fight here. Look, so Ganji does have a 2 Vill lead. And he should be able to win fights just by virtue of sending more Vills. But he is completely idle on his economy while he's doing this. I think he did manage to get that wall up. Losing a Vill there. More Vills trying to come in from behind. There's another low HP one there. And remember, these Vills will move faster. So they can't actually be caught when Ganji tries to fight them. Ganji will lose another Vill there. Alright, that ties it up, 19 to 19. He's trying to wall them out. This is peak AoE indeed. Has to run away from the TC fire. Oh, manages to block and trap one there. That's a Vill's worth of food from losing Vills that D3rp has gotten. Manages to wall in his Vill by the berries. Now remember, Ganji, these sheep will run out at some point. He will not be able to collect food from those berries with how lame they're going to be in all likelihood. There's another Vill that could go down. Maybe replace that with a gate to trap her? No. OP villager civ feels weird. This feels like the Black Forest flank civ that we all want. Then that Vill will probably go down to the faster Vill. Yep. And still equal on villagers, but equal on villagers means eco lead for D3rp as he keeps getting food every time he loses a Vill. And he's just gonna quick wall there. And looks like he'll get another villager there, probably. Nope, he will escape. Now these Vills do regen HP rather slowly in the Dark Age. Ooh, he walks under the TC though. This is a Vill there. 2 Vill lead now for Ganji. Well, if you look back at home, extra clean eco for D3rp. I don't know why he needs all that wood, but he's collecting it. I have to think at some point he could move those Vills back to food, go to gold, and add in a forward barracks. Yep, oh, and there's the barracks foundation. That's what he's thinking of. And oh, D3rp has scouted this opening in the wall over here. Ganji is sending more Vills over. Ganji has no food though. Maybe a bit of a mistake by D3rp not fully laming the berries. But he does still have 2 Vills here. Just regenning their HP ever so slowly in their little Viper palisades. Ganji trying to attack them over the diagonals, but failing. And here come a bunch of villagers ready to break through this. Could, actually, in all honesty, maybe attack the houses. Those are definitely more wood. Oh, we see D3rp. Ooh, traps the villager. We know he loves doing this. Breaks out, though. One of the keys is having the Vill on the inside to fight the repairers. Would have been nice had he gotten some more HP on those palisades to fully trap the Vill. Lots more Vills coming over from Ganji. It's going to be a lot of idle time from him. And the Vills, are they in again? They are in. And there's another... that. Oh, gosh, I'm selecting both players. 9 villagers there. Selecting that relic. In for D3rp. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, and there's the TC. It's Douche time. Just in range. And TC's going up super fast. And remember, the TC for D3rp will fire 25% faster. Not shooting though. He's collecting gold. I think he needs the gold. I don't know why he's collecting gold. What is the point of that gold? Can I see how many Vills? Yep, that looks like 8 Vills inside there. Going to repair that. Meanwhile, so this is the key to the Douche. He needs to get in on the wood line and fight the wood Vills. You can't repair your TC if you don't have wood income. And, oh, D3rp only has 2 Vills on wood, though. Has a lot on berries, but in all honesty, he probably should move those berry Vills to wood. And he's still trying to trap his Vills to keep them safe and regen their HP. Meanwhile, it looks like Ganji's just going to let his TC go down. He's not going to try to win the fight, he's just going to let it go down and then run. Against the faster firing TC, I guess that's what you have to do. If it fires faster, fewer arrows will be fired. 8 arrows. Oh, you're right. You're right. Yes, that is how it works. You actually need to garrison more than 10 Vills here. Doesn't look like D3rp actually knows that. He only has 10 garrisoned. Maybe he'll garrison that one. Normally 10 is the max, but you're absolutely right. If it fires faster, that formula will mean that it fires fewer total arrows. Oh, losing a Vill there. That's a lot of Vills to break down these palisades. This is just a huge palisade in the back of Ganji's base. But Ganji's going to be on 0 TCs in just a moment. There are lots of Vills queued. And what is Ganji going to do? He's going to delete the walls, and he might have to run. Now, is this TC number 2 for D3rp, or is it just big Vil fight time? There's another TC for Ganji. I don't like that TC location. That is very threatened of being douched again, and D3rp's going for it. If you look at the Vil count, though, Ganji is up by 10 villagers. And you can delete the palisades and build another TC. All the Vils are going to try to rush it down immediately. They'll get the quick walls up around the sides. And that's, we see 15 Vils in the TC. He doesn't need that many inside. And he's just going to keep running. Ganji, he does have the wood and the stone for one more TC. Remember, that is the problem with being the doucher, is you have 100 less stone because you're building an extra TC every time you need to chase. And Ganji's gonna make a break for it. But now, Ganji does not actually have a base, and where's he going to migrate to? Oh, unless you have Sicilian bonus, you're right. Sicilian bonus could be interesting as a douche bonus. Anyway, here is D3rp, still collecting wood. Doesn't have eyes on where Ganji is. Instead, he's just going to destroy that TC. And he's going to try to follow with his own villagers and just keep following. But I hope he realizes that he has 0 stone and he can't just keep following and building TCs. He actually needs to get an eco running now. You'd better not delete that TC when you have 0 stone. And he's trying to wall him out. D3rp will find this. He doesn't have the wood for a TC either. Can't delete that. Why didn't he include the Persian TC bonus? I don't know. I guess he doesn't need it with the TC firing faster. Problem is, now you can't really Vil fight when he has a wood line. But the problem for Ganji is Ganji has no food income. If you look at his food, he can't actually make any more villagers. And you're in the Dark Age, so you don't have a market. You need to make farms and then run. But let's see. We have any stone mining income? No. Here we go. We see some laming walls coming in for D3rp here. His Vils have to run away. I mean, this might be the point where D3rp probably should be thinking just click up to feudal. Delete that palisade, mill those berries, get your food going. Oh yeah, he's mining stone though. No, he's not thinking feudal, he's thinking continue the douche. You might be asking, what's the point of that gate? The point of that gate is to give him a nice spot for the douche. And here's another douche. And here's the problem. Now it is Ganji who will not have stone for another TC. So where does he have to run? He has to run into the golden pit. But there's going to be a problem. He's going to build a mining camp, but then he's not going to have enough wood for another TC. Let's see. He does have a mill and some farms over here. Tricky 11. Ganji, you need to manage your wood so you can make another TC. D3rp's going to chase him, but what's he going to do? He needs to mine stone, but he's going to be fought with villagers as he's mining. D3rp now does have the Vil lead. Okay, and D3rp mining moved to the stone, and that was a successful move from him. He's trying to mine that, but... You know what he could do? He could mine 100 stone and then make a farm to drop it off, because that's less wood than a mining camp. 60 wood. Now the tricky thing is, he's going to, what's he going to do with that stone? He needs to drop it off somewhere. Anyway, more Vil fight going on over here. D3rp will get another Vil kill there. Tries to run, but he's just slower. Oh, he gets the quick wall off. Oh, but the Vil gets him inside the corner of the wall. In theory, it's possible that you can run out of wood in Dark Age and can't advance to feudal. Yes, that is definitely possible. I mean, that might happen in this game. Ganji has put down a lot of farms there. He does have a lumber camp here. Oh, but he needs 8 more stone. And 8 more stone means he needs a place to drop the stone off. Can run out of stone? That too. I mean, anything aside from gold can stop you from advancing. Only a 5 vil difference so far, though, so... It is maybe still hope for Ganji if he can get a TC up. And I imagine he could get it up over here and not be harassed, because it looks like D3rp has tried to put outposts here, but hasn't actually found it. Both are in Dark Age forever. We're in 26 minutes and still in the Dark Age. Where oh, but Ganji is going to try to retake his base. Where can he build a TC? He can reclaim, he can do a good Nomad style TC. Get it on the, can you get it one right there? Oh, like on the gold and the wood. That's why he chose the outposts don't cost stone bonus. Oh, you're right. That is, outposts cost no stone as a team bonus. That's not a legit team bonus. That's just a custom bonus. But he's using it. And if you look at D3rp, he has enough stone for 3 TCs. At least they haven't been housed in a long time. The problem is he doesn't have wood. He has 7 vils on wood. And now he has 28 vils on wood because he's sending all of his vils to chop wood, so he has enough for another TC. And not only does Ganji have the TC, but he's also walled. X, please. Taking all the gold. He's just looking around trying to find it. Remember these... ooh. The TC will not automatically attack a wall unless it is explicitly targeted. So Ganji doesn't have to worry about garrisoning and having it start right-clicking that. But he can't send a villager up by anything that D3rp has already found. Man, oh, and he's up to feudal. He's up to feudal. He has a score lead. He's down by 5 vils. But does D3rp have a TC anywhere? D3rp doesn't have a TC. He deleted his TC because he wanted to douche, but he hasn't found his opponent. He deleted too soon. There's a blacksmith coming up. Ganji, despite the repeated TCs, and despite the outpost without stone bonus, is up to feudal and does have archers coming out of an archery range. D3rp just doesn't see him. This clandestine economy back in his own base. Maybe D3rp, I don't know if he can actually see that farm or if it's just a spectating thing. But maybe he'll see the new palisades that went up here and realize that he shouldn't have abandoned Ganji's base without putting some outposts up first. Like, he is prepared to do some douching here. But that villager lead is just going to catch up. Oh, he's trying to put the TC over here. He thinks this maybe is where Ganji has a base. It will indeed ruin a lot of Ganji's eco. He can use his vils to kill those buildings and he can steal the farms. This is the pro tip that I'm going to give Ganji. If you're being douched, you need to delete your farms so they don't get stolen. And time for another vil fight. The faster moving archers against the faster moving villagers. The archers are ever so slightly faster. That's an insane bonus. D3rp tries to get the gate up to trap, but the archers are so fast they can sidestep the trap. Sir Baron, thank you for the raid. Nothing more frightening than a horde of villagers. Well, archers, they have fletching now. So I think Ganji has managed to survive. Let's see, this TC still has not been spotted by D3rp. And he's trying to chase down the archers with the villagers, but the archers are fast enough. They can run away. Time for another vil fight. Oh, now it's Ganji's turn to add some gates in his quick walls. And the archer's still microing. 3 vil lead now for Ganji. And I think D3rp just douched one too many times. And he had an opportunity where he might have been able to stabilize his eco and click up when Ganji didn't have a TC. Score, it is right now 2-0 for Ganji. And he will be taking out that villager. And I think, let's see. Feudal Age is still pretty far away. Oh, he doesn't need to shoot that far, and we can just steal it. And that's a lot of archers for Ganji. Archers that can come down here and find... Well, if they do decide to go down there, they can find something to shoot at. He'll just be scouting and trying to be annoying with the archers. And Ganji doesn't have any food himself. Problem is, he lost all of his farms, and he needs to rebuild all of them to get more food going. But he is now adding in a market. Outpost will go down. And now, Ganji is opening up the village. He's getting into the back of that wood line. And he has the TC surrounded. The archer is just finding right outside that circle a space to harass. He's going to take one more valiant sally out with his villagers to try to run down the archers. But I think the archers are going to get away. Look at that. Plus 5... or is it plus 5% speed per age, making them ever so slightly faster. Good job from Ganji stopping right before the TC, and there's the GG from D3rp. I couldn't find your TC. Yeah, Ganji was douched so much. He ran around the top of the map, came over here, ran all the way through the middle, had to mine stone and drop it off without a mining camp or a TC, built lumber camps to drop off the stone, then came all the way back to his original base while also having an eco in this corner hidden. And he just never stopped running. And eventually he made it. An 18 to 12 KD, that's 12 villagers killed. From D3rp, and the 28:59 feudal age, just enough for Ganji to survive and win the game. Oh man, what was that? Okay, so ponies for D3rp against the golden horde of Ganji on Acropolis. Some shorefish in the middle. I don't think we ever dock that anymore. Anyway, we'll take a look at these civs. The ponies for D3rp. Cavalier upgrade available in the Castle Age. Cavalry armor upgrades, so their blacksmith upgrades will be free. Hunters work 40% faster. Scout Cav, Light Cav, Hussars minus 15%. Cost minus 15%, so they'll be cheaper. Forging, Iron Casting, and Blast Furnace are free. So it's like Burgundians, Magyars, custom bonus Mongols for scouts. And they get stirrups and hauberk. Unique unit is the Konik. And of course they do have paladins, so they could have paladins with faster working stables and hauberk for extra pierce armor. Yep, and they get all of the blacksmith upgrades for free. Those and those. And Cavalier, remember, Cavalier being in the Castle Age means you will very instantly have them out. Kind of want to see him do the Lithuanian bonus just to stack on top of that for the relics. But anyway, looks like a fairly standard start for him, just bringing the food under the TC, going out to the lumber camp. Whereas Ganji is going to be the Golden Horde with Cav Archers that fire faster, mounted units move faster each age. Cav Archers are cheaper like the Huns. Fletching, Bodkin, and Brace are free, so lots of these free blacksmith upgrades coming in. Lumberjacks work faster, and then the Saracens bonus of a cheaper market. Unique unit, the Mangudai. I don't know if those bonuses apply to the Mangudai, but if they do, well, I guess that would just be the standard Mongols bonus, and then maybe making them cheaper from the Huns bonus. Looks like they have the standard cost. I don't know if that applies in the tech tree. Then Zipfy and Recurve Bow and archery ranges work faster. So if this goes late game, let's see what he does have halbs and he does have heavy camel, but no bonuses for them. Just the full blacksmith. If it does go late game, maybe the halberd could come in useful. But having cav archers that move faster will probably be very good in the matchup against the cavaliers. Think about this. Mangudai that move faster will just never die. "13 attack Mangudai versus 9 armor paladins." Okay. Didn't do the less bonus damage one? Did she? No, that was on his Cataphract save. But one of the players did the less bonus damage with Cataphracts. And we know from experience that means Cataphracts take 1 damage from pikemen. So they have, like, literally the only counter is an archer unit. But if you give them bloodlines then they have extra HP too. Anyway, deer are being pushed in towards the TC. Ganji still engaging in a bit of a scout scuffle there. Trying to take the hill, and Ganji's going for the very quick wall up around his base. A recurve bow for extra range on Mangudai will also be amazing. And so Ganji's going to have the problem that he'll need to do a very awkward wall if he wants to go to the edge of the map there. You can't wall on these rock faces. Hill bonus there for D3rp as he runs away. We'll try to get to that other hill. It's a nice micro there from D3rp. He's going to run to this hill, then turn and try to get another hit. So he needs 2 more hits on the scout, but it'll get it down to 1 hit. Oh, and Ganji, the scout looks like it ran backwards. I don't know if that was him running away or just the scout bugging out. Now, D3rp, why are you running back towards the scout? You should run away. Keep your scout alive at this point. Oh, don't pause. Yeah, he needs to get back. Oh, here come the forward vills. That's what he's doing. He's going to use the scout to run this way so that Ganji does not scout the forward vills.
Yeah.
Big brain. Villager's gonna put up a house. D3rp's still running. He's gonna get feudal first. And with feudal, he gets the scout with the hill bonus. So very nicely played there from D3rp. That's a good move from him. And Ganji still going for the fast castle, not clicking up yet. 5 fill lead by virtue of not having clicked up and just clicking up now. The tower is already coming in for D3rp, and he'll have a good while to get some forward towers.
Oh.
Remember, the tower will have fletching because he has that for free. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's the wrong civ. This is Ganji who will have the free fletching. And just the free armor upgrade and attack upgrade for D3rp here. So nice trush, but still 2 more lumber camps for Ganji in the back. Vills will be starting to come through, as Ganji has to wall behind that. Seems like D3rp likes Vill mayhem. I think he does. There's the forward barracks. Ganji just putting up as many walls as he can. Ooh, that Vill on low HP. That one's still okay. He's not actually going to go through there. With fletching, the towers would cover each other if you tried to tower hop through there. There's the barracks. There's another tower. That tower can tower hop to get into there. That is indeed a tower hop tower, but he still does have another layer of palisades inside of there. Let's see it. So between the palisade and the tree, D3rp can go for the tower hop once that goes up, but a defensive tower coming up here from Ganji. D3rp won't see that yet, but he will see it as soon as the tower goes up. There we go. Now he'll see that. Now remember, the fletching will not matter in the tower fight, and these towers do cover each other. Well, I guess the fletching will matter because when you drop one vill out to repair, then this tower still won't be firing all the arrows. Where did the... There's another vill forward. Not just 3, I swear there were 4 vills forward. But anyway, if he only has 3 vills forward, he won't win that tower fight.
Ja.
Needs to repair, but Ganji with 5 in the tower due to fletching, so it shoots 4 arrows. Has that right. Oh, that's where the other vill went. Another tower on this wood line. D3rp really wants to deprive Ganji of any wood. He hasn't scouted the wood back there, though. He's just scouted these 2, and he's going to wall that one in. And actually, Ganji doesn't really have any stone access, so this will be his only tower. If D3rp can keep that up, maybe send a couple more villagers forward, he could be in an okay spot to continue the trush. And fletching makes towers worse, exactly. Now the problem is, with only 3 vills inside of it, his tower is going to be firing 1 less arrow, regardless of fletching. There's a spear forward. But yep, you see the tower hop there. The vill came out on that side. It's just going to be so hard for D3rp to maintain the repairs on that tower. I mean, this is a bit more idle time for Ganji. Ooh! He needs to repair the tower so we can garrison this villager, otherwise she'll be stuck in there. Needs to make sure the gather point's on the outside so that the vill doesn't pop out over there and get trapped. And Ganji does have a few archers out, but he will be struggling for wood for a bit. Also gonna chop that tree. I guess that vill would have had a little pocket to be safe outside of that range there. There's another tower going up, but if Ganji sees this, which he will, then that vill will be dead. Bye, villager. D3rp, although it does have a 2 vill lead, but his tower aggression has been halted, at least for the moment. Ganji having enough wood in the back that he was able to keep his eco running.
Salve. And
now it's time for the ponies to make some ponies. It's D3rp about to click up and about to go Cavaliers. That's not one. But the blacksmith, he needs 2 buildings to click up. Towers don't count as a building. So he will be rushing up that blacksmith with 4 villagers. 1 more vill from the TC. Then he's up and it will be pony time. Here we have D3rp just trying to get himself fully walled on top of his Acropolis plateau here. Building a tower on his gold even for extra defense. Both players up to castle at about the same time. Ganji, this tower is not walled in, so Ganji will send vills forward to rush it down. The towers that were protecting each other now have been destroyed, so nothing protecting that. He's even gonna wall behind it to make sure that nothing comes to stop him from knocking it down. Nice play there from Ganji. And a couple of scouts being queued already for D3rp. I'm sure he'd like to maybe find and kill those archers with his scouts. He's found them. He has 1 more scout. He can probably take that fight. Is there a hole here? No, I guess not. 3 scouts. He should be able to pick that off. The scouts, remember, they do have +1/+1. No bloodlines, though. That could be a mistake. Has bonuses to different cav units. That it does. That it does. Could probably use another lumber camp soon, though. And now he has free +2 armor. And he'll get that in just before the free Botkin arrow comes in on the archers. So the battle of the free upgrades. Knights are coming out. D3rp's eco not really looking that good, though. Right now, has not researched Bloodlines, and has not researched Cavalier. We'll be trying to get that TC forward. And at least the free +2 will help against the free +2. But now 3-range Cav Archers, it looks like for Ganji. Does have the Huns bonus, so they will be cheaper. He'll be able to pump them out. Then they'll fire faster. So D3rp trying to get another TC on some wood. But not really finding any extra gold. Only has 1 more gold inside of his base. Surprised he didn't go for the full wall. But his eco is pretty weak so far from having gone for that Trush. Nice part for Ganji is he does have a gold and a stone in the back if he needs that. And another gold over there. This would be the good gold for D3rp, but he has not scouted it. They link to the civs? Yep. Exclamation mark, CivBuilder. And that's a lot of Cav Archers already being produced from Ganji. That's 9 of them. Does he have the... Yeah, he has archery ranges work faster, so he's Huns, and these will fire faster. So I think things are looking fairly difficult for D3rp here. Adding in a market in the back, he's going to need that to help rebalance his economy, but these villagers, oh, these villagers are not safe.
Win.
They need to run, get back to the TC. He's going to try to dance them. Ooh, that villager needs to work on his dance steps. He goes down to the box formation Cav Archers there, trying to add a TC in the back. But we see full 1 TC Cav Archer play here from Ganji. Still has those, or that 1 tower in his base. What do you mean? Market wall. And Cav Archers could scout a TC. Won't really be able to harass it. Actually, just have missed it. It looks like he's going to pull back and try to just defend his own TC for a bit. That's a lot of Cav Archers there. 16 already. And no real army to speak of. Husbandry for D3rp. Another stable. I think he really will need that Tauberk armor in order to fight this. It says I have 45 months subbed. Well, streamers are automatically subbed to themselves. That might just be how long I've been an affiliate. Anyway, tower will fend this off for now. Nice walling and nice scorpion there from D3rp. But still 1 stable knights. I don't know how he's going to be able to defend from this. He's going to have to rely upon having a better eco. He can put down another TC if he wants to, but now this TC is going to be pressured by the Cav Archers. Delete that farm, maybe. This TC will just be idle. It'll be filled with 15 idle villagers. As Ganji's eco is up and running. And now they can just keep running back and forth and harassing different TCs. I wonder if we'll see a forward siege, or if Ganji will just be content to boom, bring some Cav Archers back to keep the knights out. Still very well walled up on his Acropolis. Cav Archers is going to try to see if they can pick anything else. So they'll run around that wall. And looks like they will find a way in. They have a little spot that's not protected by houses, only a palisade. But they're not going to go in. It's just going to open it and run away. It's couple Scorps coming back. And third TC in the middle of D3rp's base. Taking control of that hill is pretty good for Ganji. And we see D3rp does have a 15 villager lead. He just doesn't really have an army that can fight this. Well, the Scorpions, they're getting some good shots on the Cav Archers, though. They were in spread formation, but here come the Vills to repair. And the difference against Cav Archers of Scorpions and Mangonels is the Scorpions have 1 more Pierce armor, so the Cav Archers only do 1 damage to them instead of the 2 they do to the Mangonels. Look at D3rp's real quick, his Siege Workshop, wherever that is. Right here, he does have Siege Onagers and Siege Rams, no Heavy Scorpion though. Ah, stop. Tower is still being annoying there. Ganji has secured another gold for himself. D3rp will have to somehow get to that gold eventually. Maybe with another one of these TCs that he has. And his Vills here, he can't even garrison all of them. Some of them are just gonna die. Cav Archers dive the TC and run away. They don't have any armor yet either, they just stood under that TC. Knight might get a kill there. Knight's nice walling there, but doesn't get it up completely in time. Not like the Knights will do anything though, just gonna take some shots from the Cav Archers. Cav Archers that I think actually will be faster because of the let's see, mounted units 5% faster each age bonus. Here comes the Scorpions, getting some nice shots. We only get 1 Cav Archer though. They're able to run away fast enough. Hey, look at that Vill count, still about 15 Vills of a difference. Will be faster than camels. Oh, I don't think the ponies are going for camels. I think they're going to be going for paladins. Yeah, TC out on that gold. That'll help keep you safe. D3rp's just going to be relying upon those Scorpions to fight the Cav Archers. Get some nice Scorpion shots there. On the hill even. Oh, that's a lot of dead Cav Archers from those Scorpions. Bit of miss micro there from Ganji. Just not paying attention and ran into 1 round of Scorpion fire. This is still an interesting game. Ganji down by 16 Vills, but I think I do like his army composition a bit better. This TC has been idled a lot. Idle time there is essentially the Vill difference of 15 Vills being idle. Let's see, Scorpions trying to be repaired. Could the Cav Archers run into them? They are. Here come the Knights as well. Those are some nice Scorpion bolts, but not really killing anything. Here comes the Mangonel, though. Mangonel gets 1 shot off, gets 1 Scorpion. The Knights are going to come in and dive on the Mangonel. Scorpions will get a few more arrows in there. His 1 Knight goes down. Another Mangonel's in. D3rp needs to move those Knights back. They're diving a bit too deep. How about they get out? And 5 TCs for D3rp. Up the Vill lead to 21 Vills. Why no castle for D3rp? I don't think he has any stone left. He is 10 stone away from a castle, you're right. But he would have to mine stone from there. I think if he had a stone in his base, probably was right there, he's finished it. Spent all that stone on TCs earlier. And on that tower rush and repairing the towers earlier. And this is going to be a great fight for Ganji there. Despite the presence of the Scorpions, there's not enough of them really to force the Cav Archers away. He's going to get a few more shots. That Mangonel is a split there. Now, Knights are coming out for D3rp, but he can't be running them straight to their death. He needs a bigger mass before he can really take a fight against Ganji's army. And Ganji, he has an eco now. He might be down by 25 villagers, but he's ready to pump from those 3 ranges. Derp's going to lose a lot of farming space to this. And that's the one thing you absolutely do need if you're going to be spamming those knights. It is that farming space. I think Ganji might have Derp pinned to the top of his Acropolis here.
Yeah.
That gold won't last forever. See, he did make a castle by this TC here to keep that safe. But unfortunately, it's back far enough that it won't be able to hit that gold. Just see it at least.
Queen.
See, Derp is trying to sneak some vills to the outside, but will Ganji see them with that Cav Archer? He does, but maybe not. He would have had to been paying really close attention for that.
Impero.
Might try to TC this area though, but that would be spotted immediately. They need to sneak out there. All those Cav Archers on the front. Populations are still the same, but that's because it's 40 to 8 military. Derp needs some way to catch up in military numbers. Scorpions will be a lot less effective now that the mangonels are forward. Remember, his unique unit is the Conic, so that won't really be too useful against the Cav Archers either. Ganji is controlling all of the golds right now. That is an absolutely huge vill lead, but all these vills are idle. That's 33 idle villagers for Derp. He is up to Imp, though. Oh, I put the Imperial Age in the forward TC. Should have put it either there or there under the one protected by the castle. Now he actually has to repair that TC. I'm also surprised that he has not done the Cavalier upgrade yet. And no bloodlines either. What are these ponies doing?
Oh.
He wants to snipe that mangonel. He'll sacrifice the knights. Can he get another one? Needs one more hit. Ooh, can't get it. It escapes on 2 HP. Sending vills forward to that mining camp and that stone. If he could somehow get the stone, maybe use the market for a castle here, he'd be okay. Both players are up to Imp. Derp will get there first, but what's he going to do with it? Oh, what is this? Ganji's going to drop a castle right on his face. Won't be in time to kill the Imp TC, but it will be on his face. And that will stop the siege from being able to be used here. Could this be a Doubt Castle, though? See, Derp is up to Imp. That castle's going to go up, though. That's a low HP mangonel. Doesn't go down yet. TC's going to shoot at that vill there. You have another mangonel coming out. No, he doesn't. He needs to stop this castle somehow. A nice shot on those vills. Fish fight it with his villagers. Repair his mangonel. But the castle goes up. And I think it's Imp time. I think that also means it's Treb time very soon for Ganji. Yep, there's the Treb. I think Halberg is more important here than Cavalier. Most definitely Halberg and armor, but you need knights. Where are all the knights? Oh, I see another TC, but I don't see any knights. Problem is, it is 5 military, 6 military, and he doesn't have any food. His plus 6 armor, or so 8 armor, so that will be only 1 damage from those arrows. But he needs more than just 2 knights. Well, if you look at Ganji's eco, he's not really floating too many resources either. The Treb, he can Treb that castle from the hill. That'll be good for him. He's taking that forward stone as well. Still Derp trying to find gold some places. Ganji is spread out with those Cav Archers. I love the way he's spread out, but just not quite active enough, letting Derp take some of those extra resources. Now the Knights are jumping under the TC and under a tower to help fight those Cav Archers. The Knights are not large in numbers, but with their armor, they are winning a fight there. It's just so many Cav Archers that Derp doesn't have the farms he needs to pump out Knights. And now that Vil lead has caught up, it's only a 10 Vil lead. He's gonna come out there, but what's he gonna do out there? Chemistry now for Ganji is Knights just coming for D3rp. And he has the upgrades he needs, but no Knights. Finally has Bloodlines. Could use Cavalier. That Castle Age Cavalier never actually was useful for him. Without being half the cost, it probably was not affordable. Going to kill that Cav Archer that's down here, but now remember, these are Imperial Age Cav Archers that move faster. They're trying to get some raids. Big Master CA there. Imagine we'll see upgrades and then coming in soon. Chemistry and the armor. Chemistry will then double the damage they do to these knights.
Salve.
And we still have another attack that could come in from heavy Cav Archer. And I think Ganji is in a pretty good position to take this game right now. Yeah, once again, having a pretty good Civ with options to counter what D3rp wanted to do with his Civ. And there is a GG again. So that just shows how the mobility of those Cav Archers can be used to harass the Knight player. Especially when you get the discount Huns bonus on your Cav Archers. Very fast feudal from D3rp, but still could not push into Ganji.
Presto.
So that is a 4-0 lead right there. And we'll head to game 5, and we'll see D3rp. Once again, it will be upon him to pick our map. That KD there, pretty far in favor of Ganji. Along with the eco, other than the food, but that's, you don't need the food when you're making Cav Archers. Did I make my own Twitch bot? Yes. Yes, I did. That is like 100 or so lines of JavaScript code running the Twitch bot. Anyway, so they after that restart, because they didn't have the mod installed, once again we have D3rpina as the Aztecians, where monastery techs give you a monk, and then it's like the Aztecs with cataphracts. And there will be a Vil fight in the middle, as this is Black Forest, and is the most aggressive map. Ganji sending 3 villagers, so he's trying to get a forward wall. And with more Vils, Ganji's going to win that Vil fight, but at the cost of more idle time. Oh, D3rp actually might get the pick on that Vil. No, he's going to run away. But a very good micro from him, despite having the fewer villagers. The scout is the more valuable thing to kill. Could actually maybe trade 1 for 1 there. Ooh, needs to run that Vil, though. What he wants to do there is use the scout to block that Vil. I think he's content that he'll get away, and he's sending more Vils over. Now it's real Black Forest. And he gets the scout. That's a low HP Vil there. Keeps his scout alive. Uses the scout to block. Gets a Vil on the inside. But the Vil's going to commit to fighting. Trying to get an even more forward wall. So the forward walls here for Ganji are very important as he walls his Vil out. Because they're important for preventing the monk rush. But, oh, what is that? He's walking back. I think he needs to go forward. I think that was a mistake. Those are low HP Vils. D3rp should have been fighting there. Anyway, Vil count's still even. And building a lumber camp there with the Vils, so he'll be in position to continue rewalling those low HP Vils. Can't hunt the boar with them. But now we'll look at the colonists for Ganji, who infantry are cheaper, so that's the Goths bonus, and also attack faster, so that's the Japanese bonus. But then he has actual eco bonuses, so Vils work faster, and then work even more faster, starting in Imp. But then this is where the Civ really starts to shine. Bombard cannons can be upgraded to the Hufnisa. Siege units fire faster. Gunpowder units move 50% faster with the Jannies as the unique unit, and then drill so that the already faster Hufnisa move even more faster. And then the barracks work faster, so he can spam. Let's look at his tech tree for a moment. He does no eagles. Maybe that's kind of surprising, but he does have champions. No heavy scorpions or siege towers. No fighting ships other than war galleys, but he does have gill nets in case he wants to boom. Does have a good blacksmith there. No, actually, no pawns for Ganji here. Whereas D3rp has 4 pawns to himself should he want to dock. Well, that one's blocked off by the forest, but he does have a pond here. Only 1 shorefish there. Only 1 fish there. And only, oh, actually, these ponds, this is the only decent pond with 2 fish in it. Managed to do 4 spears versus 6 scouts without losing any with 0 micro. Oh, really? I think it is much harder, though. Mill there to take the shorefish could be nice. I guess they're just going to make you work really hard for that gold medal. I think the problem with it is just you can't just replay that thing over and over. You got to sit through the cutscene at the beginning, which is kind of annoying. Hello, Sorens.
Hey, yeah.
Nice little wall there from Ganji. Bring those boars in. That Vil has loom. He had loom for the Vil fight at the start. Just patrolled in. I think the scout fight is the only hard one. The other ones I think are still doable. Well, I don't know if the other ones have changed. Nice, very nice use of palisades there from Ganji to get the long distance boar lore.
Yay.
Oh. He's going to shoot every boar once with the TC. That is interesting. Now, Ganji clearly knows how to bring in his boars. Has 3 of them under his TC right now. And that's from winning that wall-off fight at the beginning, sending those 3 villagers compared to D3rp's 2. Let him win that. You see, Vil count's still fairly even. D3rp not docking.
Mandatum?
Mandatum.
His Master Flea Lord, MBL, would be proud.
Greeting?
I remember that video. MBL tried to do the boar trick of luring multiple boars, but forgot the details of the video I'd made about it and messed it up. He lost 1 skirmisher. Oof. You should send Viper back to that out of war scenario when he's done with N4C. Presumably there's archers at some point where you go skirmishers in the art of war, right?
Mandatum?
Anyway, both players going up. D3rp going to go up first. Of course, with a monk rush save, you typically want to go up faster because you don't need as much of an eco behind it. Or not so much that you don't need an eco, so much that you just, the speed of getting the monks out is more important than the eco.
Yay.
Be finishing the food under his TC, has not even added in a single farm, just hunting some deer. I have to wonder if he'll actually have the food to click up. He needs 400 more. It does still have a boar, though. Actually, it does still have 2 boars, so he'll probably be fine. It's market and blacksmith time. Doesn't quite have the wood for the blacksmith yet. Probably should have waited one more vill to click up. The one thing I don't like about that market there is that's kind of where he wants the siege workshop and the monasteries, and it's a blocking passage to the middle. Market out here probably would have been a bit nicer. Ganji's up to feudal. And what do we see from him? Will we see stone walls? Yes, we will. So stone walls from Ganji, and he will, in all likelihood, just fat slob up this passageway.
Greeting.
Market position will surely cost him the game. Gotta be an expensive resource to buy and sell at the market, that positioning.
Mandatum. Greeting. Yay. Mandatum. Ready.
Berryville's almost gonna be
Greeting.
done.
Yay.
And 2 on
Ready.
stone, 5 on gold for Ganji. He is prepared to wall. And, you know, even with Janissaries, he has a good counter 2 monks. And this is where I think D3rp made a mistake only sending 2 vills instead of 3 at the start. He sends 3 vills, takes a better vill fight there, pushes out to get walls up here or even up here, just forces Ganji to run around, not let him get this passageway walled. He'd have a much better monk rush. Part of me has to wonder now, does he want to boom instead and push later? But no, he's sending the vill forward. This is going to be a monastery. And monastery siege workshop. Monastery number 1 doesn't have the wood quite yet for the siege. Or for the wood upgrade, for that matter. And I think Ganji's fat slob strategy is going to pay off here. Look at that beautiful masterpiece of walls in the middle there. Ganji up to the castle age.
Ready.
The workshop, you don't like D3rp Civ, it seems almost worse than regular Aztecs. Well, when he researches fervor, he's going to get a monk. Which is going to be... I wonder what happens if he's housed. Get that house. This is like the weirdest bonus. Every monastery technology research brings a monk to your cause. That feels almost age 3-like. So instead of training monks, he's going to do monastery techs. Ganji could even get more walls in the back there. Meanwhile, Ganji has just added in a TC. And on 2 TCs, 3 TCs, he's going to be booming. He's going to get a villager lead.
Salve.
There. Being trained as... Let's see, as Redemption comes in. Yeah, and they're 50% cheaper and give plus 5 HP. So I'm sure we'll see some herbal medicine. Here's another monk. One mangonel, and I imagine we need to see a ram. I wonder if Ganji... How is Ganji going to defend this? Ganji could just try to get a castle up on this hill. He would need more stone for that. It's throwing up houses. His only eco bonus is that villagers work 5% faster, and I have no idea how strong that is. Probably most effective for the lumber camp. Yep, and there's more stone walls in the back. D3rp is just trying
Prepare
to
train a large army. I will send
push
you
his
as
way
many
through his
resources
60
as I can
HP.
spare.
Sus. Just gonna keep doing those techs. 4 monks already. He could convert the outpost, actually. I think he can convert outposts at least. He needs more siege to break through the walls, though, if he has any hope of getting through. But he's not going to go for the siege push. He's going to go straight to Imp. And when he gets to Imp, he might go Onager and try to cut. So, Monastery, Siege Workshop, and he is straight up. So, this will be the fast Imp for Super Monk approach. There is the castle. He can do some petards to get in. I'll see if he goes for either Onager cut or petards, one or the other. So, 20 Vil lead almost. And hello, Fat Slob from Sweden. I'm sure you enjoy this display of Ganji taking your suggestion of just building more walls. +5 sounds like a free Vil for every 20 Vils. Oh, I guess that's a good way of thinking of it. Well, it looks like it's going to go down. But that's 4 more layers of wall to go.
Greeting.
Doing the good 6 farm and shorefish power play. Has some Vils on stone, getting ready for another castle. No petards coming out yet. Well, Ganji is just booming away, building a monastery of his own. Might want to look to get up to Imp. His handcart. He's walling the forest in case of a cut. We'll see how well that works out for him. Remember, fortified walls do take 3 petards to break through. And we'll see probably resources for the Onager upgrade just about ready to come in. As soon as he gets up to Imp. Probably does need to pick another spot to cut from, though. See, a Treb, actually. Treb and the Monk Technologies. I would have thought Onager might have been first, but the Treb's coming out. Treb doesn't really help you get through walls, though. What are the Civ bonuses? You type exclamation mark CivBuilder if you want to look at them. It is the Aztecians versus the colonists. Basically, this is the Omega Monk Rush Civ. This is the Omega Hoofnisa Civ. Better if you hit pop limit like 120 Vil, Eco works like 125. I mean, if you think about it, it is then... oh, he's going to try to cut with the Treb. It's not going to get him through very fast. He needs the Onager. It's kind of like the Goths bonus at the pop limit. The +10 pop space for 200 pop. Being like the more efficient Vils. But remember, when Ganji gets Imp, he then will have an extra +10% efficiency to his Vils. So then he'll have a very good eco. Just not quite before then. I mean, this is where you could Onager cut and then use 3 petards to get through. So those Trebs themselves are not going to get through anytime soon. So each of these technologies that gets researched will produce another monk. Oh, they produced from the first monastery, not the monastery where the tech was researched. Okay, that's interesting.
Salve.
What line of sight does he have? You can see that extra wall there. He's not going to be able to Treb cut around that, that's for sure. He's a bombard cannon. Oof, that's going to take way too long. I think Ganji has fat slobbed his way to victory here.
Presto.
Well, let's also say these monks have 80 HP. What text does D3rp still have left at the monastery? Yeah, Heresy and Faith, so just the expensive ones. I feel like that's still 5 HP that's missing. I thought monks could get up to 95.
Ain.
They
Salve.
have only 80.
Vero.
Oh, we'll get up to 90 at least. Something feels off about that.
Presto.
Still trying to cut with the trebs. I think he needed Onager as soon as he hit Imp. It's just taking way too long. That doesn't really have a path through there. Just Onager cut through there.
Ein.
Yeah, exactly. If 2 are missing, they should have 85, but it looks like they do have everything. Other than Heresy and Faith. Redemption, Atonement, Herbal, Sanctity, Fervor, Theocracy, Block Printing, Illumination. They're just missing Heresy and Faith. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 5 is 40. And then 45 plus 40 is 85.
Presto.
So something's off. That's 4 treb cut time, but they're not cutting fast. When the siege civ walls itself in. Oh, look at these. Look at this fast lob.
Yay.
Remember, these are 3 relics that also generate food powering this. You probably can't even see the walls to click to get through them. Oh, does he have a hole now? There's a piece of wall he probably can't right-click on. One more volley from the Trebs. And there's a Cataphract. Well, he does have Cataphracts to help counter the infantry units, but no Logistica on them. They're just going to be standard Cataphracts. And there's another forward castle. The monks are going forward to try to get to that wall. And finally, this is going to be a good 21, 80 HP monks. Like, I mean, he does have Onagers. He just hasn't researched the Onager tech. He's gone only for Trebs. He can secure this hill and Treb that TC, then he actually gets in. That's a lot of Arbalests coming out for Ganji. But remember, that's not a unit for which he has any bonuses. He'll just have standard fully upgraded Arbalests.
Ein.
Inquisition in yet? Let's check. No, not yet. That is a very important thing for him to get. Hopefully he remembers that he has it. Needs to deploy the Trebs in a place that's not going to block his castle. Finally gets there. Follower 2 will take out the TC, and then he's in. We see Bombard Cannons in that Siege Workshop. 1 relic there. Will we get to Hoofnieces, and will the Hoofnieces be effective? I guess one thing to check for Ganji is what does he have at his monastery. No Faith, but he does have Heresy. Heresy normally is the one that's more important. That's 3 cannons there. We'll have line of sight of this. I don't know what that gate's for. There go the cannons being converted. The Arbalests are coming in. A few shots on the Arbalest. The Arbs are taking forever to kill the monks. Looks like Heresy is in, but lots of Arbs going down. Those cannons doing work. A lot of the monks are going down too, though. Cataphracts running in. Arbs do counter Cataphracts when we only have 1 Pierce Armor. And that was a good fight there from Ganji. And again, the Onager upgrade would have been useful there. Treb's even getting in. Well, that was a loss for Ganji in terms of overall units, but there's no way that D3rp can replace his army. So there's the GG. And Ganji takes the clean 5-0 sweep in the Civilization matchup. I think the closest game we had there was that Villager fight one. And it just felt like Ganji's civs always had an option for countering D3rp's civs. Like, D3rp civ went very all-in on one tech tree line, whereas Ganji always had like 1 or 2 options to have there. Like here he had like infantry and an eco bonus and the Hoofnieces. And in this case, he used the eco bonus to go for Arbalests. And that worked as a good counter. And I think that he had a Heresy by the time that fight started, so the Arbalests died instead of being converted. If he didn't have Heresy, that is probably a good win for D3rp right there. Well, he tried to clown, and it did not quite work out. Ganji Well, indeed, the better Civ builder for this matchup. 15 conversions. If you think about it, that fight would have been very different if 15 conversions had become Arbalests for D3rp instead of just dying. But very well fat slob there from Ganji. The one-dimensional Civ played its only dimension and was countered.